have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put 2 dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man to go nuts if he can't shoot. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
In my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I won't always smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love.
Then stab this
this way, step that way, then step this way, step that way. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Then step this way, step that way, then step this way, step that way.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your daily vitamins, okay? As you all can see, I am clearly working overtime today. Okay, so everyone, please get those likes up. Please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure that you double check to ensure that you're still subscribed to this channel because you know how it goes down. Okay, and so that all being said, it is all nefarious. Listen, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. Okay, shout out to Trisha, Desmond. My moderators are putting in work. Pay attention. Okay, Pearly, Nessie X, Claudette, Pensy Lola, Egyptian Amazon is here, Sharon. All right, so let's get into it. James, Odd Negroes Official. Donna is here. Okay. I saw someone talking to the elder Barbara Rashad, so shout out to you. Christy One Love, All Hell Nah, Deronda. All right, so let's go ahead and get this party started because guess what? Oh my goodness, more information has come out. Now we're going to talk about the lawsuit because I have the full court documents. We're going to talk about those. But before, hey, Sean R. and 504 NOLA, Terry Hitton, we're going to talk about those in a minute. I see you, King Lejeune. But before we do, listen. So rapper Cooley Bravo has come out and confirmed that Drake gave him $150,000 for information on Kendrick and Whitney Alford. So let's talk about it. This story is just getting deeper and deeper. Please pay attention. All right, so here it is right here. Everyone, please get those likes up. I'm going to share this on the screen so you all can see this headline. This is all crazy. It has truly been one thing after another. You all see that? Drake allegedly offers a lot of money for details on Kendrick Lamar's fiance as Kendrick's Not Like Us dominates the charts. Now here's what they're saying. In a surprising turn of events, Drake is being accused of attempting to obtain information about Kendrick Lamar's fiance, Whitney Alford. The rapper, identified as Cooley Bravo, claimed that Drake's associates approached one of his little homies with the offer of $150,000 for information about Kendrick and Whitney's relationship. Now, the controversy arose after a recording of Bravo discussing the incident. Circulated online, leading to speculation about Drake's intentions. Notably, Bravo's social media account was deleted following the revelation of his claims, adding a layer of intrigue to the situation. It leaves you wondering if indeed what really happened, or did he just want to take advantage of the trend and become a little more famous? So it says, I think we need a wire transfer screenshot of the $150,000.
Well, here's the thing. He absolutely says it, and this is posted by The Art of Dialogue. Says that rapper Cooley Bravo confirms Drake paid him $150,000 for information on Kendrick's wife, Whitney, and admits that he gave Drake false information. Also, Cooley Bravo says he laughed when he heard Family Matters. Bravo admitted to accepting the money, but stated that he deliberately provided false information to Drake's team. He further alleged that this is all funny, because wasn't DJ Akademiks caping for Drake when he was saying all of this and trying to act like it was all true, that Kendrick did something to Whitney? And I'm like, how does he know? Where's all the information? Where's the proof and receipts? Okay, this is all crazy. Andrew said Drake the Snake just won't quit. Absolutely. But let me continue. And so Bravo admitted to accepting the money, but stated that he deliberately provided false information to Drake's team. He further alleged that he informed Drake's team that Lamar was still in Los Angeles away from Whitney, who is in New York, and that he later shared $50,000 of the payment with his little homies. Meanwhile, Kendrick Lamar's recent track, Not Like Us, has surged to the top of the charts, fueling the narrative. The song debuted at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, making Lamar's fourth chart topper and his first solo entry since 2017. Well, I told you all that this morning. But what do you all think about this? Now, he's come out and said that Drake offered him money. This is all nefarious, okay? A whole $150,000. Wow. Please pay attention. It's getting worse and worse. Now, we've got to get into these receipts. Hold on just a second, beloved. Okay, so here's another report. This one is from Vibe.com. It says Drake allegedly paid Kendrick Lamar associate $150K for information on fiance Whitney Alford. See, this is why I say Kendrick effed him up bad. That's what they say in the report. So goes on to say basically the same thing, and says that Bravo detailed his confusion regarding the request and asserted that he would never turn his back on a fellow countryman for a Canadian outsider. But he revealed that he did cooperate to a certain extent. Bravo claims to have taken the money and fed Drizzy's camp false information regarding Whitney and Kendrick's relationship. Now, Drake sent some ninja. This is what he says. Drake sent some ninjas to Atlanta, not knowing. See, this is why I say Kendrick effed him up bad. Okay, this is what he said as he laughed. He tried to come down here and get some information on Kendrick. I can't get no information on Kendrick because I'm only tied to his friend named L. He went on to say that, so they came to me and they tried to give one of my little homies $100,000. I say, what they asking for? And they say, they want to know something about Kendrick. What do you know about Whitney and all of that ish? I said to myself, Whitney's in New York with Kendrick, but mind you, that's a bombshell. They don't know that. Drake talking all that ish about why you live in New York. I said, oh, they stupid. So I said, take the money. I'm going to tell them a lie. This is all nefarious. Okay, Bravo continued and claimed that he told them that the damn rapper was still in Los Angeles, separated from Whitney. He then claimed that they gave him the money and then he shared $50,000 with his ninjas. Cooley then explained that when Family Matters dropped, he and his friends listened to the song and just laughed and called Drake stupid. It should be noted that Cooley Bravo's Twitter account was deleted on Monday, May the 13th, following these claims. Now, DJ Akademiks has described Family Matters as the nuclear option, the song that was supposed to end the Drake and Kendrick Lamar feud, in the former's favor. Well, we see that didn't work. Family Matters served as a response to Kendrick Lamar's Euphoria and 616 in LA. The track's main thematic points accused K-Dot of using Baby King as his ghostwriter, cheating on his fiancée, allegedly assaulting Whitney, and claiming that Dave Free is the actual father of Kendrick's kids. But as we all know now, Lamar would release Meet the Grams 30 minutes after Family Matters and snuff out any momentum that Drake thought he had. This is all so nefarious. This is absolutely crazy. Okay, I just want you all to pay attention. Andrew said, well, he is stupid. He absolutely is. Okay, he absolutely is. So with that all being said, for those of you who tuned in a little while ago, you saw the upload that I posted about the lawsuit. So let's get into it because I have the full court docs and we're going to talk about that. I'm going to share my screen. Lights up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Now, you probably won't be able to read this, but don't worry because I'm going to read it all to you. Okay? Because I tried to enlarge it, but wasn't really able to. All right, so with that all being said, let's get into it. Okay, it says, plaintiff Fazia Abashe, buying through her attorneys at TA Blackburn Law PLLC, alleges as follows. On or about July the 16th of 2022, the incident, defendant Allen contacted Ms. Abashe and invited her to come to his home and visit him in New Jersey, even though it had been almost a year since they last saw each other. Ms. Abashe did not suspect any ill intentions and agreed. She was accustomed to visiting Mr. Allen at his home in New Jersey, and Mr. Allen would send a car to pick her up. Mrs. Abashe or Miss Abashe lives in Pennsylvania. Now, on the day of the incident, when Miss Abashe arrived to enjoy her evening, little did she know that defendant Livingston Allen and his two accomplices, John Doe 1 and John Doe 2, would drug and grape her. The morning after the incident, Miss Abashe was unaware of what happened. She only became aware after Mr. Allen showed her surveillance footage of her being assaulted. Now, hold on. I'm going to stop the share for just a second because I forgot that I wanted to go back and show this video about this whole thing that I did last year. Okay, so hold on. Let me share the screen so I can show this first, and then we'll get back to that because this has excerpts of DJ Akademiks. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Ahmadiyyah Shakur. Social media influencer and podcaster DJ Akademiks, whose real name is Livingston Allen, has been accused of doing something to a woman that rhymes with the word drape. So let's get into it. The woman allegedly spent the night at DJ Akademiks' house, and there were two other people there supposedly. Now, she says that when she woke up the next morning, that DJ Akademiks was on top of her and that the other men had assaulted her, and she says DJ Akademiks did so as well.
I look crazy right now, but I'm not going to stand here and let this man continue to lie about me. That's not what happened, Akademiks. You know that that's not what happened. And for you to pretend that you didn't do anything, that I just went to your house and I'm just some thought, like we didn't know each other for 2 years. You tried to save yourself after your friends assaulted me. Whether or not you got drunk or not, I know that when you woke up, you were on top of me too. You raped me too, and a was done. You know what? I'm going to come back with my own story. This what you wanted, you're about to get it. I've been quiet for way too long.
Of course, DJ Akademiks has his own version of events. Okay, he's saying that he saw on his home surveillance video footage that the woman was engaged in acts with these two men who are his friends. He then started talking about this, and the woman said that he was shaming her. And so that's why she's now coming out and saying that, hey, you can't talk about what I did because you did the same thing to me as those two friends of yours. So this is all going to get real messy. Please pay attention.
I'm shaming her now. I'm shaming her. I said to her, I said, yo, I'm going to keep it a bean with you, bro. And you came to my house and had two, bro, I ain't seen no none. I said, yo, you should go get tested, man. Like, you done, I said, that's wild, yo. You should go get tested, bro. And from that moment, she started like, because the denial shifted, and she kept like trying to like pivot on the denial to, yo, nah, send me the video. Yo, I'm pretty sure I didn't. I'm like, bro, you. And she's like, no, look again. And now I'm getting super tight because I'm like, bro, I'm not about to watch this video if you getting. You're like, it's on my surveillance. Like, bro, like I was. You like, what? You want me to watch the video if you get. Cool. She keeps saying that, whatever. She then tells me, by the way, I ain't gonna lie, and I'm gonna keep it a being about everything. My homies did not tell me they at that point, I only seen on my security cam. My homies did not tell. Remember, they woke me up that night.
Well, looks like this is the clear-cut case of he said, she said. But the truth lies in that surveillance footage captured on his home video. At the end of the day, that's going to tell the tale. And somebody could be in big trouble. Please pay attention. It is all so nefarious, but hold on. Because let's not forget what I also played for you last year. And do you all remember what DJ Akademiks said about messing around with 17-year-olds? I want you all to pay attention. Now, I'm going to play that in case you missed it or forgot about it. Because this is all crazy. Oh, here it is right here. Hold on, beloveds. Now, listen to this. This makes him sound even more guilty as far as I'm concerned. Please pay attention.
I adopted this rule, which I think it was fine. I said, listen, man, as long as a chick got a college ID, she's getting f***ed. I don't care if she's 17. I don't care if she's 17 and a half. I don't care if she just turned 17. She's going to get this.
Y'all heard that? Did y'all hear that? He said he doesn't care as long as she has a college ID. So that means he doesn't care if the ID was fake or not, okay? This is also egregious at the end of the day. I just want y'all to pay attention. But let's get back to this lawsuit. Because DJ Akademiks has really, as far as I'm concerned, exposed himself. Okay? That's what he's done. He was sitting there caping so hard for Drake, and now he's got to defend himself. Please pay attention. Oh, and by the way, before I go to the lawsuit, I forgot. I have the text messages. So let me pull those up as well. Okay, here we go. Everyone, please get those likes up. Almost there. I'm waiting for this. I'm trying to see if this is a news report about it. I'm waiting for this to queue, for this advertisement to stop, or to get to where I can skip it. Let me see here. Okay. I'm just going to skip over that. Now, here's what they say. Livingston Allen, also known as internet personality DJ Akademiks, has been accused of rape and defamation in a new lawsuit, according to Essex County Court documents obtained by PIX11 News. The victim, Fozia Bashi, claimed that she was invited to his home. Okay, we know that part. All right, so let me hear if this is, let me see if these are the texts that I'm looking for. Okay, here they are. I'm going to share this on my screen. Everyone, please like and share. Andrea said he just told on himself. Of course he did. Terry Hinn said, you are low down and dirty. Yeah, he sure is. I find it all so nefarious. Please pay attention. Okay, so here are the text messages. So it says, I'm going to get tested this week. Think you should too. Make sure you're good. And then the response is, yes, I'm going now. I'm really hurt bad. It's unlike me to do this, and I don't even know the other guy's name. So I was just laying there. So then Akademiks says, you called? She says, I'm considering going in for a great testing kit for us to figure this out, because it's bits and pieces I remember, and I'm still not okay. He says, not sure what you want me to say. That's why I asked you. And then he says, or she says, I was passed out for most of the time, or for most of it, but I'd wake up now and then. Also, I was in shock. I got most of the information from you before I'm sorry, this is kind of small and blurry, so that's why it's taking me a minute. She says, also, I was in shock. I got most of the information from you. Before then, I never met the other guy. So he just took the opportunity, I guess. And then Akademiks says, that's why I told you I don't judge. Just trying to make sure you made the choice to do whatever you wanted to do. She says, always with you, but not this time. Not this time around. I blacked out. I remember you waking me up during the night. And then he replies saying, they said you were trying to call and bring your friend to join in, LOL. Okay, and so anyway, it goes on to say that Abashi called the police, who set up a wired phone call and provided Abashi with questions to ask Allen during the recorded call. And this is according to the court documents. Allen recounted the graphic details to Abashi. Now, Allen went on social media on Tuesday and issued a statement on the incident, saying, I have zero comment beyond what I've said before that you can use on the record. I have to just go by my lawyers. Again, if I tell y'all I've been criminally clear, y'all gonna be that. Y'all gonna be like, well, that doesn't mean anything. Now, this is what he said during a social media live stream. He says, at this point, it will be determined in court. And so I'm very confident. I don't think he really was, but please pay attention. He says, I'm excited to see how this court thing happens. I'm excited. You know, I didn't do nothing. Sure you didn't, DJ Akademiks. Sure you didn't. Now, with that all being said, he basically said this was a witch hunt. So let's get to that. He said it was a shakedown and all of that. I mean, he's just sitting here trying to explain his way out of it. But according to things that have been said about him in the past, like I told you all previously, and according to what you just heard him saying, yeah, this is all sounding real bad for him. Okay, so on Tuesday, May 14th, hours after news broke that the popular streamer is being sued by a woman who claims she was assaulted by DJ Akademiks and his associates, Akademiks went live on Rumble to speak his piece. He says, I'm not even hiding and ducking from a situation or ducking from the narrative that happened. I pretty much told everything. And also I told the truth. The police came, they looked, we gave them everything. Pretty much everything is documented, caught on videotape. They got to see it with their own two eyes. We're officially clear. We could not bring any criminal charges. And then goes on to say, I are not criminally liable. I think this may be a typo, but also anybody else in the situation was cleared. So he says everyone was cleared. Then Ak went on to claim that there are ulterior motives behind the lawsuit other than justice. He says that's a fact, but this is a civil situation brewing. It's a shakedown. This is a money tree situation. On Monday, the 13th of May, Faziah Abashi filed a lawsuit against Ak, born Livingston Allen, in New Jersey Superior Court. Now, the lawsuit accused the streamer of rape and defamation. So now, let's get back into the court documents. Because one thing I'll say is that Attorney Tyrone Blackburn is likely not going to take a case where he doesn't believe that there is significant reason to file one, okay? So please be aware of that. Just make note of it. Okay, it goes on to say that, you know, she claims she was assaulted by John Doe 1 and John Doe 2 on Akademiks' pool deck. Now, Ms. Abashi says that she was in shock and fearful after the reality of what had occurred set in. So let me put this back up on the screen. Roddy says, DJ Ak, this is why you don't drink alcohol and do drugs. Exactly, beloved. You're absolutely right. Okay, I couldn't agree more. Even though I think he absolutely knew what was going on. All right. So goes on to say, in the aftermath, Abashi reported Mr. Allen and his accomplices their actions to the police, and a rape kit was performed, evidencing that Ms. Abashi had been assaulted. And then, since reporting the horrific rapes, Ms. Abashi chose silence and remained silent until or on about December the 30th of 2023. Mr. Allen took to social media and defamed Ms. Abashi. Mr. Allen accused Ms. Abashi of voluntarily having an orgy with his friends at his home while maintaining that he never participated at all. Now, this led to a spew of public slander as Mr. Allen's account of what happened spread like a wildfire on multiple media outlets. As detailed, Mr. Allen made several public statements defaming Ms. Abashi surrounding the events of her assault. She was filled with anger, and all the suppressed, painful memories of that horrific night then resurfaced. In her state of anger, Ms. Abashi released a video addressing Mr. Allen's involvement in the assault. When Ms. Abashi's account was published, Mr. Allen lashed out with false statements. Mr. Allen denied involvement, even though, upon information and belief, Mr. Allen's spermicide was discovered on the kits, okay, when they did the testing, which publicly damaged Ms. Abashi's reputation even further. Okay, now I'm sorry. When he denied his involvement, that's what further damaged her reputation. In parentheses is where they let us know that basically there was his spermicide was on the kit. Now, Mr. Allen and his two accomplices assaulted, severely injured Ms. Abashi, causing significant physical and psychological pain and suffering, loss of dignity, and invasion of her privacy. Mr. Allen's public statements added to the harm that Ms. Abashi was already silently suffering with. Here's my thing. If she didn't file criminal charges against him, then why would he even go on social media talking about this? Why would he just keep his big mouth shut? But you see, the thing about DJ Akademiks is that he just can't keep his big mouth shut. He's one who always has something to say. He's one who's always trying to paint narratives, trying to talk crazy about people. And then when someone points out things about him or his bestie, BBL Drizzy, then he has a whole lot of things to say and a lot of excuses to make, and then wants to try to change and paint narratives. Okay, please pay attention. Claudette said an idiot. Absolutely. RG Titan said he incriminated himself, period, point blank. He absolutely did. Your son said that he felt guilty. I absolutely believe it. I absolutely believe it. This is all crazy. Now, it goes on to say, Defendant Allen is a social media antagonist and commentator, primarily known for his presence on platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and Twitch. Allen is currently a resident of the state of New Jersey. At all times hereinafter mentioned, upon information and belief, defendant John Doe's 1 through 10, the names being fictitious and used to connotate an unidentified person responsible for this occurrence. That's what they have in parentheses. Now, it says, were authorized invitees to the premises in New Jersey where plaintiff alleges that she was great. At all times hereinafter mentioned, upon information and belief, defendant John Doe's 1 through 10, names being fictitious and used for unidentified persons responsible for this occurrence, drugged and raped plaintiff on or about July the 16th of 2022 at the location plaintiff details in this complaint. Now, this at all times hereinafter mentioned, upon information and belief, defendant John Doe's 1 through 10, names being fictitious and used to connotate an unidentified persons responsible for this occurrence, acted with the express and or implied permission, consent, and knowledge of defendants, ABC Corporations 1 through 10, to grape plaintiff on or about July the 16th of 2022 at the premises identified in this pleading. Now, I'm not going to read this whole thing because this is like 32 pages, okay? Now, it says, according to Ms. Abashi, she and Mr. Allen, they met online via social media on or about 2021. She began casually dating him, and he periodically invited her to his New Jersey home. At the time, Ms. Abashi lived in Pennsylvania. She did not have transportation, so Mr. Allen would send a car to her to service her. Now, such as Uber or Lyft, okay, that was to pick her up in Pennsylvania and bring her to his home in New Jersey. As previously stated, on July the 16th of 2022, Mr. Allen contacted Ms. Abashi and invited her to visit him at his home in New Jersey. Ms. Abashi did not suspect any ill intentions, even though it had been almost a year since the two had last seen each other. She was accustomed to meeting him. Okay, I'm going to skip past all of this because I read this to you earlier on the upload that I did. So Ms. Abashi believed this was true. Hold on, let me go back one. Okay, when Miss Abashi arrived at Mr. Allen's home, everything seemed normal apart from the neighborhood power outage. John Doe 1, Khalif, a friend of Mr. Allen, greeted her. Miss Abashi was taken aback because Mr. Allen did not tell her anyone else would be at his home upon her arrival. She did not suspect anything suspicious, so she entered the home. John Doe 1 invited Miss Abashi into the kitchen and introduced her to John Doe 2, Slime. Okay, that's another one of Allen's friends. Due to the power outage, the three of them sat in the kitchen together. Miss Abashi engaged in small talk with them while patiently waiting for Mr. Allen to appear. Miss Abashi recalls John Doe 1 being relatively talkative while John Doe 2 was oddly quiet. Now, Miss Abashi was initially offered a drink, but she refused and opted to make her own drink, as she was accustomed to when she visited Mr. Allen's home. So she was always making her own drinks, and quite frankly, she didn't know them. John Doe 1 insisted that they prepare Miss Abashi's drink. Unbeknownst to Miss Abashi, John Doe 1 was Mr. Allen's manager or employee. And he asserted his position by telling Miss Abashi that he was in charge until Mr. Allen arrived. In charge of what? Not in charge of her. She's a grown woman. What's he talking about? Okay, and so as odd as this encounter was, Miss Abashi obliged and allowed John Doe 1 and John Doe 2 to fix her drink. As the trio conversed, Miss Abashi asked for Mr. Allen and was told to hold on. John Doe 1 then left the kitchen to find Mr. Allen, and when he came back, he said Mr. Allen would join them shortly. This all sounds sketchy to me anyway, because if he invited her to the house and sent an Uber and all of that, knew she was coming, why wasn't he there to greet her at the door, rather than two people that she's never seen before or met? Now, Ms. Abashi believed this was true and did not go to find Mr. Allen herself because the home was completely dark. Admittedly, Ms. Abashi recalls having an eerie feeling, okay, but she ignored it because she did not believe Mr. Allen, whom she had known for nearly 2 years, would harm her or allow her to be harmed. She dismissed these feelings as nerves and waited for Mr. Allen to arrive. See, here's the thing. This is why I always tell you guys, especially those of you who follow my spiritual channel, that you cannot ignore your gut instincts. Don't ignore your gut feelings. If something's telling you something's not right, then you should be paying attention to that. And I definitely would have felt sketchy, like something sketchy is going on when he's not there. Because here's the thing. If he wasn't going to be there to greet her and he's busy doing something else when she arrives, shouldn't he have just picked up the phone? He could have just easily picked up the phone and called her to let her know. Say, listen, I'm doing something. My 2 homies are going to be there to let you in, and there's a power outage. But no, he didn't do any of that. Shortly after the power had returned, John Doe 1 asked if Miss Abashi wanted to use the hot tub or the pool and wait for Mr. Allen there. Miss Abashi said she'd be okay with the hot tub. Again, Miss Abashi did not suspect anything, as she was accustomed to using the hot tub and pool when she previously visited Mr. Allen's home. She was also under the impression that John Doe 1 and John Doe 2 would leave after putting the hot tub on, as their actions and gestures made it appear that they were heading out. Miss Abashi enters the hot tub alone. Shortly after, John Doe 1 appeared from the inside of the house and proceeded to join her in the hot tub. Shortly after that, John Doe 2 appeared with a bottle of alcohol and began forcing her to take shots of alcohol. Okay, see, at this point, I would have had to get up out of there, put my clothes back on, and hightail it outside and call me a lift. Okay, this is all crazy. Because I would have been clearly suspicious. What are y'all doing in the hot tub? And I don't even know you. And where is DJ Akademiks? Those are the questions I would have been asking myself. So she was very trusting. So goes on to say, according to Miss Abashi, she vaguely remembers John Doe 2 nervously pacing around the pool area. Eventually, Miss Abashi recalls beginning to feel strange. It was not simply a feeling of intoxication, as Miss Abashi had only had half of the first drink and just a few sips of the new drink that John Doe number 1 had provided her as he entered the hot tub. Miss Abashi began feeling extremely hot, as if her body was on fire. She felt extremely lightheaded and dizzy. See, this all sounds reminiscent of what Rodney Jones said, how he felt when he woke up from being over there with Diddy. Okay, please pay attention. Now, upon noticing this, John Doe number 2 asked her if she was lit and then returned to the kitchen. He then returned with more alcohol, which they insisted she drink. They then went as far as to pour the alcohol into Miss Obashi's mouth forcefully. Oh no, this is all nefarious. Now, according to Miss Abashi, she recalls John Doe number 1 becoming very handsy as he aggressively made sexual advances toward her, which she rejected. Upon information and belief, John Doe number 2 was on the sidelines watching while all of this was happening. According to Miss Abashi, John Doe number 1 would not take no for an answer and began groping her. He eventually picked her up and tossed her into the pool adjacent to the hot tub. According to Miss Abashi, she was disoriented, had trouble breathing, and struggled to get out of the pool for fear of drowning. As she attempted to crawl out of the pool while still disoriented and struggling to breathe, John Doe number 1 attacked her. He forcibly removed her underwear, opened her legs, and began penetrating her. You know what, okay? Miss Abashi did not consent. In fact, due to the alcohol and whatever substance was placed in the alcohol, she was not in the right mindset to consent to any of the sexual acts that were being performed on her by John Doe number 1. Miss Abashi has memories of fighting off her attackers, but feeling extremely weak. As John Doe number 1 assaulted her, Miss Abashi would later learn that John Doe number 2 watched from the side and undressed in the bushes nearby. This is all crazy. He was in the bushes? Okay, I just want you all to pay attention. Now, this sounds also like the incident that was described in the lawsuit with Grace O'Mercade, the young lady who filed a civil lawsuit against King Combs for what supposedly happened on the yacht. Miss Abashi would later learn that as she laid lifeless on the concrete, John Doe number 1 was standing in the pool while shifting her lifeless body back and forth on the concrete. John Doe number 2 was undressing in the bushes and would soon ambush Miss Abashi. The two men then proceeded to grape Miss Abashi simultaneously. Upon information and belief, this was witnessed by the police when the surveillance footage was recovered. Okay, so please pay attention because DJ Akademiks has been saying, oh, it's all on video. There's nothing to see. I wasn't there and just saying all of this, but the police have seen the surveillance footage and saw this happening. That's what it says in this lawsuit, and I believe it. Now, as John Doe number 1 finished raping Miss Abashi, he allowed John Doe number 2 to do the same thing. According to Miss Abashi, lying on the concrete was the last memory she had of that part of the attack. She recalls going in and out of consciousness and does not recall ever entering the home. Whatever substance John Doe number 1 and number 2 slipped into Miss Abashi's drink negatively impacted her memory and caused her to lose consciousness. According to Miss Abashi, she recalls being awakened naked in the bed in what she believed was Mr. Allen's bedroom. She believes this was around 4 a.m. She was awoken by Mr. Allen savagely pulling her hair, prying open her legs, and raping her brutally. If this is all true, this sounds like something that was absolutely planned. Okay? That was absolutely planned. Now, according to Miss Abashi, Mr. Allen was relentless. He tried to penetrate her back door and was frustrated because she kept squirming and moving due to the pain. As a result, Mr. Allen proceeded to rape her from the front door. Now, upon information and belief, Mr. Allen was not using protection when he tried to go to her back door. I'm trying to be careful of my words. When he tried to go to her back door and the front door. Miss Abashi was as evidenced by the purported discovery of his spermicide on the grape kit, which was performed on Miss Abache a few hours after this grape happened. Now, Miss Abache recalls begging Mr. Allen to stop graping her. She recalls her voice was faint as she continued to drift in and out of consciousness. As Miss Abache remembers crying for most of this assault, but losing her ability to move physically. Miss Abache eventually gave up fighting in the hopes that Mr. Allen would finish quickly. This is so sad. This is absolutely sad. What do you all have to say about this before I continue? Because this is just sad to even read. Roddy said they have done this before. I absolutely believe it. If this is true, what she's saying, and like I said, I believe that it is, especially just listening to a DJ Akademiks say it out of his own mouth. Okay, and then the company he keeps, because birds of a feather do what? So yeah, this is very troubling. Wavy though said this is past nefarious. You're absolutely right. It certainly is. It certainly is. So goes on to say that Miss Abache recalls Mr. Allen saying, "Open your mouth," as he pulled her hair. He said, "Open your mouth. I want to blink in your mouth." You all know what he was saying. This is all sick. Okay? This was her last memory of the attack. According to Miss Abache, she woke up confused the following morning and searched for Mr. Allen. According to Miss Abache, she looked around the house and found him in the basement on his computer. Like nothing had happened. Okay, please pay attention. According to Miss Abache, she sat on the floor next to him and he asked her if she knew that his friends had ran a train on her, to which she said no. He kept saying, "Are you sure?" He told her everything was all right and that he was good and she was cool. According to Miss Abache, she was baffled and in disbelief. According to Miss Abache, Mr. Allen then asked her to follow him into another room where he showed her the contents of a small trash can that had what appeared to be vomit in it and 2 gold Magnum condom wrappers, and then asked, "You don't remember this?" Miss Abache was still in disbelief. She had zero recollection of ever being in that room the prior night. According to Miss Abache, it appeared that after John Doe 1 and John Doe 2 raped her by the pool, the pair had taken her into another room in the house and continued to rape her brutally. Mr. Allen then handed her the can of vomit and asked her to throw it away. Miss Abache then asked for her phone, and Mr. Allen went to retrieve it. He continued telling her everything was all right if she was okay. At this point, she was still in disbelief and asked for the proof of what had occurred. According to Miss Abache, Mr. Allen showed her surveillance footage of John Doe 1 raping her briefly and skipped through the video. According to Miss Abache, as she watched the video, she looked like she was just there lifeless, which did not sit right with her. According to Miss Abache, Mr. Allen then assured her that everything was okay, and as he spoke, he noticed Miss Abache's demeanor had begun to change. Mr. Allen then hastily told her that his mother was on the way and would be there shortly, and proceeded to order her a lift back to Pennsylvania. According to Miss Abache, Mr. Allen asked her where her clothing was. She responded that she had it. He said there was a suspicious look. He stood there with a suspicious look on his face. Miss Abache later learned from the police that Mr. Allen disposed of several items, and that includes the bed sheets, etc. And he disposed of all these things at the dumpster near his office. Presumably, Mr. Allen was attempting to destroy evidence of Miss Abache's rape. Now, you know, if this is all true, that he definitely was trying to get rid of the evidence. And then please pay attention. He didn't just discard it in the trash can at his home. You know, he literally supposedly put it in the dumpster at his work or at his office. Okay, so Miss Abache began feeling uneasy. She felt that Mr. Allen was attempting to take her clothes for some reason, and then presumably to hide whatever evidence she may have of what happened to her the night before. As these thoughts ran through her mind so as not to alarm Mr. Allen, Miss Abache remained composed as she waited for her lift to arrive. Miss Abache said bye to Mr. Allen and left his home. According to Ms. Abashi, she called Mr. Allen while in the lift asking for more answers. He then began to blame her and to ridicule her. Still trying to get answers, she pleaded with him, even apologizing for what occurred as she was desperate to learn of the series of events that had led to Mr. Allen and his accomplices attacking her. According to Ms. Abashi, she asked Mr. Allen, well, you said that it was both of them, but you only showed me one. Can you please send me proof of this? To which Mr. Allen sent a screenshot of the attack on Ms. Abashi laid out on the concrete in front of the pool with John Doe 1 between her legs and John Doe 2 sitting on top of her face, presumably with his blankety blank blank and his acorns, okay, with his cucumber and acorns in her mouth. This was terrifying to her, as she knew within herself that she would never consent to any of this, even though she had been previously intimate with Mr. Allen in years past. It was never a threesome or anything other than one-on-one consensual relations. Now, as she arrived home where she felt safest, the reality of what had happened began to set in. Ms. Abashi also began feeling intense pain in her front and back door. She contacted Mr. Allen again, saying that she was hurt and wanted to see someone. Ms. Abashi felt destroyed, but also was afraid and wanted to know if there would be repercussions for Mr. Allen if she were to seek help. She asked him for the complete footage, and Mr. Allen refused. He suggested she get tested for sexually transmitted diseases and said he would do the same. This was an odd statement, as it was proof that Mr. Allen, who had not slept with Ms. Abashi for over a year, engaged in unprotected intercourse with Ms. Abashi. Now, still fearful, Ms. Abashi contacted her immigration lawyer, who advised her to contact the police regardless of the outcome. Ms. Abashi called the police and reported the incident of assault. They told her that due to the seriousness of such a matter, she needed to appear in person to speak with them, and that she should also visit a local hospital for a SANE test, and that's what they call a grape kit. Now, she went to the hospital, Penn State Health, St. Joseph, where the same test was performed, and the police called Ms. Abashi to schedule a meeting. According to Ms. Abashi, during the meeting with the police, a statement was taken. Photographs of her bruises and scars were taken, and the officers asked her to participate in a recorded wire call from Mr. Allen. According to Ms. Abashi, during the recorded wire call, the police wrote down a list of questions for Ms. Abashi to ask Mr. Allen, but told her to make it evident told her not to make it evident that the police were listening. Ms. Abashi remembers asking Mr. Allen to describe how she looked when he saw her in the bed. You looked like you were in the pool. According to Ms. Abashi, on this call, Mr. Allen graphically recounts and admits to having relations or intercourse with Ms. Abashi, even going as far as to describe her private parts as being loose. Okay, this is all so crazy. Stating, I know what your pee feels like. That ish felt loose. Based on information and belief, this evidence was used to obtain a warrant for the footage, and police secured the footage and other evidence. According to Ms. Abashi, the results of the SANE test produced evidence that Ms. Abashi had in fact been assaulted. Now, in addition to the grape kit, Ms. Abashi had images of bruises on her arms, back, buttocks, and legs that are evidence of the struggle she endured and the sheer brutality of the attack. At the time of the attack, Ms. Abashi was 5'5" and weighed less than 115 pounds. So she's very petite. Now, the attackers were approximately 5'10", weighing 160 pounds. That's John Doe number 1. And John Doe number 2 is 5'11" and weighed 180 pounds. As detailed earlier, Ms. Abashi was assaulted on a concrete pool deck. As evidence, the photos show Ms. Abashi's body was lying limp and lifeless while John Doe 1 and John Doe 2 proceeded to pull her back and forth on the concrete, causing bruising and lacerations to her body. So they were just handling her like she was a rag doll and didn't even care. Now, Miss Abashi was conscious, and Miss Abashi was unconscious or incoherent, because it is unconscionable to believe that any person who is a willing participant in these acts can endure the pain of being dragged back and forth on the concrete, incurring scrapes and scratches on their back, buttocks, and elbows, especially while there is an empty lawn chair in arm's reach, as well as several empty rooms in the house. So, yeah, this is all crazy. Now, here are some pictures of the bruises. And as you can see, this is her bruises on her back and all of that, on her hip, as well as her elbows. All very sad. I'm going to stop the share so I can make sure that I can show you all the rest of these pictures. Okay, so that's... Terry Hinton said, you need a drink. I know. At this point, I do too. Unfortunately, I'm only able to drink water. Terry Hartfield said, these ninjas was ruthless and aggressive with this poor woman. Absolutely. RG Titan said, they were just doing whatever they wanted. This is just sick. Okay, Ty Ingram says, poor girl. Man, this is so sad. It really is. Okay, it absolutely is, beloveds. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the share. So anyway, it goes on to say that, hold on, let me go back a second. Oh, it says on or about December the 30th of 2023, Mr. Allen took to social media and issued the following statement. They raided my house because there was a woman that came to my house. That woman claimed she was assaulted, not by me, by other people, but it happened in my house. I'm going to tell you why they raided my house. I actually even tell the full story. Let me just tell a full story. I'm telling a full story, and I'm going to tell you exactly what the cops said. The shawty I'm dealing with, she came over. I'm drunk at a party. I came home. I'm so drunk. I can't drive my car. I walk upstairs to where my master bedrooms are, and I fall out. Y'all going to see what the lesson is. Y'all going to see what the lesson is in this. I just passed out. I forgot I Ubered a bitch to my crib. So he wants us to think that he was so intoxicated that he just literally passed out and he forgot that he sent an Uber for her to come to his house. Yeah, I don't believe that. Okay, how convenient. Blame it on the alcohol. Isn't that what they always say? Now, my ninja, 4 a.m. comes. Remember, I'm at my crib at 9. 4 a.m. comes. I'm knocked out at 4 a.m. Comes my homie. I've never seen the girl. I've never seen her. My homies wake me up on some ish. Yo, Ack, we're leaving. I'm like, oh, ish. Damn. I was effed. Damn, I'm effed up. Type ish. Okay, so y'all been sleeping. They're like, you locked the door because we're leaving. I said they're leaving. They're leaving at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. All right, I bet. And I go lock the door. Then they say to me, while I'm locking the door, they say, oh, by the way, that girl you invited, she's down there in the other end of your house in the guest bedroom. I look at them and I said, what girl I invited? They said, bro, remember you invited a girl? Remember the girl? I said, what are you talking about? They say, yo, you remember so-and-so. They described her, and I said, oh, ish. Anyway, they leave. I'll go out. I walk down the hallway. Let me tell y'all something. This all sounds like a whole load of BS. You mean to tell me that he sent an Uber for this woman to come to his house, and he forgot? I mean, not just slipped his mind, but he literally forgot to the point that when they're reminding him and when they're saying all this stuff, he's sitting there saying, what girl? Who y'all talking about? Just playing dumb. This is absolutely BS, okay? I don't believe a word of it. Now, who is going to forget that? And even if you were intoxicated, first of all, why would you leave your house and go somewhere and get intoxicated, too intoxicated to drive your own vehicle back home, but yet before you did any of this, you knew that you ordered a Lyft for someone or an Uber for someone to come to your house. This doesn't even make any sense, okay? C. Zasadi, I hope I'm saying your name right, beloved, said it's over for Akademiks. It absolutely sounds like it, and I hope it is, because he's playing games, okay? He must think people are stupid. Anyway, goes on to say, hold on, let me find where I was. Okay, he says, I go down the hallway to my guest bedroom, and I see the girl, and I said, oh, ish. I noticed this couple of things. First of all, she naked. Second of all, her hair is like frizzy and ish like that. This is the summertime. Almost like she went in the pool type ish. I got a pool. Like it's a big A pool. Anyway, I'm like, what's good with you? I'm waking her up. I'm like, yo, you sleeping? What's up? Anyway, I go downstairs. Now, granted, this is a girl who I've been dealing with for a couple of years. I've messed with her for a few years. When she came over at that time, she had told me she was like a dancer, some ish like that. I remember, and I don't know if maybe my ninjas took it the wrong way, because I remember she had told me, she was like, yo, the girl you used to know, like I'm on some bad girl vibes now type ish. Basically, she was like doing her own thing. I'm sorry, I don't believe this. See, what it sounds like to me is that he's trying to paint a narrative and trying to make her look bad, because he says, oh, now she's telling him she's not the girl that he used to know. Okay, she's on some bad girl vibes type ish. And now he's talking about she's a dancer, basically trying to say she's a stripper. And so his friends took it the wrong way. Here's the thing. I want you all to pay attention, because when liars lie, they usually tell on themselves. Now he's sitting here telling everybody that his friends probably took it the wrong way. So that means that he had to have told his friends this, because how else would they know? He had to have told his friends that she was a stripper. And if that's the case, and you gave them details and all of this about her, how did you completely forget that you invited her to the house? Okay, Jamal said it sounds like some teenagers bullish. It does. Okay, James Allen says Act is painting narratives and trying to make this girl look like a slut. Yes, that's absolutely what he is doing. That's absolutely what he's doing. Okay, this is all so nefarious. This is all just real crazy as far as I'm concerned. So then goes on to say, I remember I told them, I'm like, yo, this is before when I was going to the party. I was like, yo, I'm about to get this girl coming over later for me. She told me she's on some different vibes. I don't know if that's what they took, and I can't really speak on other ninjas thing. I'll only speak to myself. All right, bet, cool. We're in the morning now. We're in the morning. Once the morning happened, and I remember even that night, like the night when she woke up, I wasn't going in my backyard, and I'm like, something don't look right back there or back here. First of all, this is just all a load of BS. It's absolutely a load of BS. Why would he go to a party and he'd already sent someone to pick her up? When I look at my camera in the morning, gang, the shawty was getting like, I don't even like that. She was getting trained by my two men on my pool deck that night. Before when I'm sleeping, I'm dead A. Now this what happened. Ninja, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what? Ninja, I invited you over here. I paid the lift. The lift was $200. Then you ish like, I don't want to say what she liked. What, how do you come to my joint and get trained by my men while I'm sleeping? Now, this is where I'm going to be honest with you. Men, y'all going to learn this lesson from me, and this is sincere. Now, as evidenced on December the 30th of 2023, in a social media post, Mr. Allen defamed Miss Abashi by accusing her of voluntarily having an orgy with his friends at his home while maintaining that he never participated at all. As evidenced by the December 30th, 2023, Mr. Allen portrayed Miss Abashi as an unloyal slut that betrayed him and voluntarily slept with his friends in his home behind his back. Upon information and belief, These claims were made to hundreds of thousands of Mr. Allen's YouTube and TikTok subscribers. Now, here's the thing. I don't believe that either, because if she didn't know where he was, and I want you all to pay attention. I want you all to pay attention. See, all we have to do is use our critical thinking skills to figure this all out. Now, he's saying that she did all of this behind his back, and he's saying that she's disloyal. But the bottom line is, please pay attention. He also said that he went to a party after he sent a lift for her. He said he told his friends that this chick that he knew was coming over and she's on some different vibes. And they knew that he was going to a party. So when she's asking them, where's Allen? Why are they telling her, oh, he's coming, he'll be right here? Why are they acting like as if he's in the house or something? Okay, Leon said he's digging deeper and deeper, talking. Yes, and see, that's what happens when liars start lying. Okay, so he's telling on himself. So you mean to tell me we're supposed to think that nothing bad was going on, there was no ill intentions, and that she just voluntarily did these things against her, with her own consent, but at the same time, she's asking them where he is, and they're not bothering to say, oh, he went to a party, but he told us you were coming. They didn't say anything about him going to the party. They just kept pretending, according to her, that he was going to show up soon. And why? And again, why would you leave and go to a party when you know that you've already told someone to come over? And if you did all of this, how do you then forget that the person's even coming? But you had all these details prior to that. Please make it all make sense. So anyway, goes on to say, Mr. Allen knew that his statement on December 30th of 2023 was misleading and false, as he was in possession of text messages from Ms. Abashi, where she stated that she did not know what happened to her on July the 16th of 2022, and that it was Mr. Allen who informed her of the night's events. She even expressed to him the fact that she was really hurt and needed to seek medical attention and a great test kit. Okay, so yeah, this is just real crazy. And here go the text messages again, which I already showed them to you in the article. Okay, she talks about how she was just lying there after he showed her the footage, and she didn't remember consenting to any of this. Okay, so I don't believe anything that he's saying at this point. More of the text messages. Okay, so upon information and belief, a week before the December 30th, 2023 post on Instagram, a week before the December 30th, 2023 post, an Instagram page with the handle @Kendra36 commented under Miss Abashi's post, pleading with her to come forward with her story. According to Miss Abashi, all of this brought back the painful memories that she had desperately tried to forget for several months, that she tried to suppress for several months. Now, she never communicated with the user or addressed the incident until Mr. Allen brought the incident to the world via his December the 30th, 2023 YouTube post. Now, in a state of anger, Ms. Abashi released a short video addressing Mr. Allen and saying that the sex that happened was never consensual and that he indeed participated. And of course, that's the clip that I showed you in the TikTok that I did. So goes on to say that this led to further public slander as multiple media outlets began publishing Mr. Allen's account of what had happened, leading to Ms. Abashi's reputation to suffer significant harm. On December the 31st of 2023, Mr. Allen issued the following public statement to his social media account. He says, what I'll say is this. I wasn't even going to post these type of joints. But I see clearly who clearly was involved in that situation, by the way. Shorty, I didn't bring this up to make you look no way. This was a dealing between me and my girl, or me and my ex-girl. She just kept using that incident, so I just spoke on it and cleared it. I didn't mean to make you look no type of way. I haven't spoken on you. You're right. I just said it. I just said what happened. I didn't even say who you were. You're the one who just jumped out of the woodworks. I'd have never said who you were, shorty. Okay? I'm not even going to play because she made a video. I'm not even going to play the video you made. What I do want to show, number one, first and foremost, is everything or anything you're saying is true. If everything or anything you're saying is true, a ninja would have been charged. Nothing happened. You feel me? No case, no nothing. Also, I will say this. These are things that the police and everybody else looked at their damn self. Unlike the cost in that incident, I will say this one was something that the police handled, not social media. It's crazy now that the police handled it. Nothing happened. They said, oh, okay, this wasn't ish. Now shorty is trying to, again, I don't know how she just jumped into the mix, but I'm going to show you exactly. By the way, I can't show you certain ish. Like, for example, I sent her a video of her at my poolside with two ninjas. I said I was sleeping. I can't show you that explicit photo. I still got the image of that. You feel me? I can't post it on here, clearly. The police seen all of this ish. They've seen everything. Now, since Mr. Allen went on to his defamatory tirade about Miss Abashe, several other women have come forward. Oh, y'all need to hear this. Several other women have come forward with eerily similar accounts of Mr. Allen befriending them, grooming them, inviting them to his house, getting them intoxicated, and then assaulting them. I'm sorry. Didn't we say that he's likely done this before? If these allegations are true, it seemed like a whole setup. This is really wild. Okay, Andrea says dummies should not talk at all. They only dig holes for themselves when they open their mouths. Absolutely. But you see, here's the thing. People who are so narcissistic or sociopathic, well, they're going to keep talking because they think that they're the most intelligent ones in the room and that no one else has critical thinking skills or uses common sense besides them. So they think they can fool everyone. And that's what they continue to do on a regular. This is all so crazy. So goes on to say, since Mr. Allen went on his, I'm sorry, hold on, let me find my spot again. Okay, so they say that Mr. Allen befriended them, groomed them, invited them to his house, getting them intoxicated, and then assaulting them. Now, upon information and belief, because of these subsequent victim accounts, Mr. Allen has a pattern and practice of engaging in predatory behavior. That's exactly what it sounds like. Okay, and let me just play this again for those of you who may have come in late.
I adopted this rule, which I think was fine. I said, listen, man, as long as a chick got a college ID, she's getting f***ed. I don't care if she's 17. I don't care if she's 17 and a half. I don't care if she just turned 17. She's going to get this.
Okay, so y'all heard that. Yeah, that absolutely sounds like predatory behavior as far as I'm concerned. Now, upon information and belief, several women have come forward and said that Mr. Allen contacted them when they were minors. Please pay attention. Okay, forged a fake friendship, groomed them until they were 18, and then attempted to sleep with them. Upon information and belief, Mr. Allen foolishly attributes his lack of arrest or prosecution for drugging and gang raping Miss Abashe as some indication that he and his friends are clear, but nothing can be further from the truth. As a result, Mr. Allen's social media tirade, as a result of his social media tirade against Miss Abashe, Mr. Allen has committed defamation per se and foolishly admitted that he and his friends had sexual intercourse with Miss Abashe on July the 16th of 2022. As detailed above, Mr. Allen communicated several demonstrably false statements accusing Miss Abashe of voluntarily having an orgy with his friends at his home. Mr. Allen repeatedly made these statements to hundreds of thousands of his friends on social media. And as a result of Mr. Allen's statements, several social media outlets picked up and republished the claims, and Ms. Obashi's reputation has been harmed. Furthermore, Mr. Allen's social media posts are considered slander per se, as Mr. Allen accused Ms. Obashi of engaging in serious misconduct. Ms. Obashi repeats and realleges by reference all paragraphs as though fully set forth herein. Defendant's conduct created an unreasonable risk of causing emotional distress to Ms. Obashi, and the defendants knew or should have known that such conduct, basically drugging her and graping her, was likely to result in emotional distress that might and or likely would cause illness or bodily harm. Ms. Obashi's emotional distress was foreseeable to the defendants as a direct and proximate result of some extreme and outrageous conduct by the defendant and his accomplices. Ms. Obashi suffered humiliation, mental anguish, disassociation, and emotional and physical distress, and has been hurt and injured in her health, both mentally and physically, her strength, activity, and her ability to lead an everyday life without mental anguish. All of these have caused and continue to cause and will continue to cause plaintiff great mental and physical pain and suffering for the rest of her life. As a result of such severe emotional and mental distress, Ms. Obashi has been generally, especially, and consequentially damaged in an amount to be established according to evidence. The defendant's behavior toward Ms. Obashi was so outrageous as to exceed all reasonable bounds of decency. The defendants knew with substantial certainty, or should have known, that their behavior would cause Ms. Obashi to be a victim of S assault, S abuse, and S contact. The defendants knew with substantial certainty, or should have known, that drugging and raping plaintiff would cause her to endure severe emotional distress. The defendants committed the infliction of emotional, physical, and mental distress willfully and intentionally through coercion, oppression, fraud, and malice, and consciously disregarded Ms. Obashi's rights. Therefore, Ms. Obashi is entitled to an award of exemplary or punitive damages in an amount to be established at trial. Whew, this is all crazy. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. This is all crazy. Okay, so Mr. Gervais says, really stupid in my opinion, because why the F would the victim wait till now to say some ish because of internet beef, but didn't say ish when it happened? She did say something when it happened. What are you talking about? She did say something when it happened. She just filed a lawsuit just now, but not because of any beef. She says she filed a lawsuit because he came out and said things about her on social media. But she absolutely did say something at the time. I showed you all the text messages, beloved. You probably came in late. Okay, you probably came in late. At the end of the day, the text messages show that she said something about it to him. And she also went to the police and got a test kit done. Okay, a grape kit done like hours after this happened. So what are you talking about? Why did she say something then? She did say something then. Okay. And even if she hadn't, that would be her prerogative. Please pay attention. Okay. And so this is all crazy. It's all crazy. Okay. With that all being said, Reggie says, hold on. Sounds like DJ Akademiks is a goner. I hope he is, because I've never liked him. Okay. And he absolutely does engage in predatory behavior. You heard the audio of him saying that himself. He was telling on himself. And I also told you before, I told you all this morning that before this lawsuit even came out, okay, I told you all earlier that there was a time that I recall someone who said when they were 17 that he was trying to hit on them and all of that stuff. Okay, so please pay attention. This is all real crazy. Jamal says, bro, you cannot speak on a grimy ninja, bro, only yourself. Exactly. Okay, exactly. So what do you all think about this? I find it absolutely deplorable. Okay, this is all crazy. This is all crazy. So now let's talk about Krishan. Krishan Rock has been hit with a lawsuit. And see, this is what I was telling you guys last night. People have to be careful of what they're saying. People have to be careful of what they're saying on social media. You can't be sitting out here lying on folks and all this, that, and the third. That's what you can't do. So here's what it says. Krishan Rock served with a lawsuit because of social media post. Okay? I see last night when people were trying to get me to say that Christopher Alvarez was lying, here's what I want you all to pay attention to. Even if he was paid off, I don't know that. Neither do any of you. Now, we can all speculate and we can all have our opinions. But at the end of the day, unless he comes out and admits it, like Cooley Bravo did, all we have is speculation. So when you have people saying certain things and telling whole lies like this right here, let me just bring this back up again, okay? Let me just bring this back up again. Since Miss Tisa Tales was over there throwing subliminals at me again today because I debunked her lies or called them out, please pay attention. Okay, this is what she posted yesterday. Christopher Alvarez admits Drake did something to him. That is an outright lie. Now, even if we all think that Drake actually did something to him, even if we all think that he was paid off or whatever, well, we can't prove it because he didn't say it. So why would she lie and say that the man admitted to it? That's because she's a liar who lies and she does things for clicks and views. That's just what it is. And she was over there throwing subliminals at the Queen today, talking about people who, don't believe that something really happened to him are fools and they don't have critical thinking skills and this, that, and the third. Well, let me just say this. One thing that the Queen is very intelligent, okay? I don't have a PhD for nothing. Also of note, I don't like to paint narratives because I'm not trying to get sued. So what I will never do is lie on someone just for clicks and views. That's what she does. And if she thinks I'm foolish for that, oh, then so be it. Okay? But we'll see who's foolish when she gets served with a lawsuit and she keeps making up all this stuff. Please pay attention. And that reminds me, let me just put this comment on the screen. Let me just see if I can find this comment real quick for you guys and put this on the screen because I want y'all to pay attention. Okay, I want y'all to pay attention. Someone left this comment for me last night. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Give me just a second to pull this up. Because I like to come with receipts. And if I'm giving my opinion or if something is speculation, I'll let you know that. I don't try to paint my opinions and views as facts. And I don't just tell lies on people. Okay? That's what I don't do. Please pay attention. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this to my email. I'm going to send this to my email so that I can let you all see this. It's kind of long, so hold on. Okay, here we go. And I'm sure the person who sent this to me won't mind because it is public already. It's in my comment section, so. Now, I want you all to read this because, like I said, Mr. Alvarez could be just covering up for Drake. I don't know, but I'm certainly not going to lie and say that he admitted something when he absolutely didn't. Okay, that's what I'm not going to do. Please pay attention. Okay, here we go. Just two more. Hold on. Okay, so now let's get into it. Let's get into it. Andrea says, I hope she has a bag to pay for the lawsuit she will be paying if she keeps lying on people. Exactly. That's my point. She can call me stupid all she wants, honey, but the only one stupid is the person who makes up lies just to get attention and clicks and views. Talking about Nancy Drew. Yeah, she's fake Nancy Drew as far as I'm concerned, honey. You got to lie and make up stories. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so here's what it says. Other pages. Hold on. Hold on, beloveds. Let me pull it up again. Okay, here we go. Likes up, everyone. Please don't forget to like and share. Reggie says, Tisa dealing with some demons over there, child. Okay, she's dealing with something, honey. And she needs to stop worrying about the queen and just keep spewing her lies. Okay, so here's what was posted. Other pages like King Act 47 further add to the topics, and I'm not off it. While I feel for people in this condition, Alvarez has many holes in his story and deserves more scrutiny. We already see how questionable it was that he was forced to unfollow minors on his social media platforms, and how odd it is that someone with physical and even hearing impairments like him would be asked to listen by Drake at 3 a.m. to listen to beats at a hotel where Drake is alleged to be messing with minors in. A few of us were even aware the day before Alvarez was liking the comments on IG, stating that Drake had assaulted him, which doesn't support what he says now. He sat back for like 3 days and did nothing to exonerate Drake from the claims of assault or raping him, when he was well aware of the allegations and in fact himself helped to fuel it. Okay, I'm sorry, he's not blameless. Well, now see, I didn't know any of this, so this is all very interesting as far as I'm concerned. Now, it goes on to say, he's not blameless. He's not a blameless victim of social media to me, because he was just as manipulative as others, especially to draw attention to his paper and article. Now, Ebony Prince 24 isn't the most morally solid character, but there's a reason whomever that is was the only one providing any type of receipts. A lot of us were reading what he was showing wrong, like apparently the Drizzler and his OV Ho goons are accused in court documents of beating up Theodore Weintraub, the boy from the first article Ebony posted highlighting him and the article. Okay, so please pay attention. Now, let's pull up this other one. So, first name is Theodore, as well, ironically. Hadn't taken it down already. People saw that in his IG bio. I believe he had a link to a dating site that he either ran or was affiliated with that allowed people of all ages to partake in, and Weintraub appears to say stuff like that, and the underage drinking they allowed minors like him to do is at the root of his protest at the hotel, like especially when they maybe have been facing some financial difficulty. That was how they were gaining a competitive advantage over their competitors, since obviously it's breaking the law. Okay, so that's very interesting. Now, here's the last thing they posted, or this is the last part of that same comment. Hold on, beloveds. Okay, here we go. I forgot to send this part. And this is the main part I want y'all to see. Now, if all of this is true, that definitely does sound suspicious. Okay? And like I said, I didn't know about any of this. Please pay attention. So if he was not, if he previously said that Drake did something to him and called the police, that's a whole nother story. So goes on to say, Tisa Fails is a damn clown, and she is either a plant or steals content from other creators, subs and Reddit content regularly. She rarely has receipts and often will leave topics that have more merit to them for stuff that she'd have no shot at doing. It's just to be the queen. She'd do this just to be the queen of tea. not receipts like Queen Ahmadiyyah. Goofies like Tisa Fails helps to validate those who look for every reason to believe these elites can't be that bad or that child sex trafficking is an alt-right myth when Drake and others aren't randomly picking a hotel rumored to partake in Epstein-type stuff. Ty said, not Tisa Fails. Okay, I find it also interesting. Reggie says, we know how she steals the queen's talking points. Oh, yeah, she absolutely does. And here's another thing that someone told me yesterday. That now they're starting to notice that she's trying to put like a pro-black spin to her gossip. And who does she get that from? They said they caught on to that real fast, that she's trying to do that because that's what I do. Okay, that's what I do, because you all know that I report on revolutionary topics, social justice topics, and I'm pro-black. So now she's literally sitting over there trying to act like me. I mean, even her mannerisms, trying to say everything that I say, even using the word nefarious and saying it all wrong, like I showed you all the other day. I find it all so hilarious. Okay, also so low down and nefarious, says Reggie. Absolutely. Okay, absolutely. Letitia says, I have been looking at her side-eyed. Okay. Queen roast her, put a nail in Tisa's coffin. You know what? I'm so serious. If she continues to throw subliminals or whatever, I don't care if she's not saying my name. If you're saying enough to where people know that you're talking about me and all of that and being a whole hater, and I'm already still mad that she ever called me a hamster and said that I look like a drowned rat. I'm still mad about that one, because at the end of the day, that's what her wig looks like, okay? That's what her wig looks like. I wouldn't even be thinking about that woman if she hadn't said anything about me first. I just want y'all to pay attention, all right? I don't even think I would have noticed her. Darius says, Queen, couldn't you sue her for stealing your content? You know what? At the end of the day, I can't because it's public, but what I will do is expose her, okay? Like I did the last hater that was doing the same thing she's doing. All right, that's what I'll do at the end of the day, because I happen to know some information on her. And let's talk about scams and fraud, okay? Because that's what was alleged. Please pay attention. That's all I'm saying. Please pay attention. At the end of the day, Durana says, quit while you're ahead, week 2. Exactly. That's what you need to do. James Allen said, yes, expose her. Y'all know I will, honey. Y'all know I don't have a problem doing it. Okay, April says she looks counterfeit too. Yeah, she absolutely is. She is a whole fraud as far as I'm concerned. Okay, if you got to sit here and make up lies and paint narratives, please sit down somewhere. That's all I'm saying. Now, hold on. Let me tell you all one more thing before I roll out of here. Tyrese. Okay, y'all know I love me some Tyrese, but check this out. They say Tyrese exits show mid-performance to allegedly avoid being served with lawsuit papers. Honey, everybody is getting sued. Everybody's getting sued. Andrea says fraud today. Exactly. Okay. Wow, this is all so crazy. One who cares says Tisa smells and she fails. Go fix your hair. Okay. I want y'all to pay attention. Hold on. Let me pull this up on the screen so y'all can see it. Poor Tyrese. Who's trying to hit him with a lawsuit? Y'all see that? Okay, let's get into it. Now. Says Tyrese Gibson surprised fans outside of Atlanta on Saturday night when he bailed early on the concert. According to TMZ, Tyrese was nearly done with his set when a security guard attendant stood next to him on stage and informed him of a process server's presence at the venue. While singing How You Gonna Act Like That, which feels like a joke, then writes itself, the 45-year-old jumped off the stage and walked up the side steps as he made his way to the exit. Tyrese continued singing and expressed his appreciation for the crowd before making a successful getaway. This is all hilarious. Okay, and so then they have a clip of it, which I'm not going to show because he's singing and I don't want any copyright issues. A source tells TMZ that there were only 3 songs remaining on the set list. The What Am I Gonna Do singer is facing a $10 million defamation and libel lawsuit from Brian Barber, who accuses Tyrese of attacking his character and reputation in an interview on The Breakfast Club. Barbara claims Tyrese falsely stated that the director kept footage from a recorded interview with Charlamagne the God. Instead, Barbara alleges the singer asked him to hold the footage to protect his reputation. The director also argues that Gibson refused to adhere to the previous 50-50 revenue split that he and Barbara previously negotiated for the Charlamagne the God interview. This is all crazy, but now let's get back to Chrisean Rock, because like I said, you get a lawsuit, you get a lawsuit, you get a lawsuit, because it looks like everybody's being sued. Chrisean Rock has been served with a lawsuit by Tamar Braxton's friend, James Wright Chanel, after Blueface's baby mama posted her location live on social media. Now, Radar Online is reporting that a process server officially filed the affidavit of service against the ex-athlete on May the 4th when she was served at the Cathedral High School in Los Angeles. Rock previously posted that she'd be at the high school for football practice, making it easy for Wright to dispatch the process server. The reality star has now has a limited amount of time to file an answer to the lawsuit, but it's unclear if she'll do so. Wright Chanel first sued Chrisean Rock back in February of this year, alleging that Rock assaulted him from assaulted him from him following a Tamar Braxton show in Los Angeles last November. Now, the plaintiff, who is a backup singer for Braxton, claims that he was sent to the hospital with 2 broken teeth and cuts on his face, according to legal documents obtained by the Los Angeles Times. Now, this suit is in addition to a criminal case filed against Rock at the top of the year for the same incident. And see, you know what? This is what you do. This is what you do when someone lies on you. You file a defamation, libel, and slander. Another thing is, I find it interesting because a lot of people who just love Chrisean Rock, I don't know why, she's clearly nefarious as far as I'm concerned. She makes women of my skin tone look bad. And quite frankly, I think she's just, just negative, low vibrational, and quite frankly, abusive, okay? She starts these fights that she gets into. Now, at the end of the day, a lot of these people were saying that this was all cap. They were saying that Tamar was lying and painting narratives. They were saying they needed to see proof that James was attacked. They wanted to see his broken teeth and all of that. Well, the lawsuit's out, so what are they going to say now? So goes on to say that she hit him multiple times in the face for no reason at all. We were surprised that she was able to leave the facility that night. That's what Wright's attorney said. Okay, she had on rings that were pretty much equivalent to brass knuckles. The fight reportedly stemmed from the reality television star being upset that she wasn't allowed to rap at the performance. The suit claims that in addition to the assault, Rock used a homophobic slur directed at Wright Chanel. Soon after the allegations first surfaced in November, Chrisean Rock declared her innocence, noting that there is no footage of the attack. Saying, why try to lie and say nobody told you she was about to perform? Her friend who was present at the show said during an Instagram live, why did she have the mic? Why did they have me give the DJ her music? Like, make it make sense. Why even tell her to pull up and get on stage and all of that? Now, the 23-year-old then chimed in and said, ninjas is evil nowadays, and they so old and washed up, they don't know what to do. That's the last resort. So good luck with that, though. You feel me? I'm not here to F people over. F that. I left my son at home to get embarrassed. This is what she asked. I left my son at home to get embarrassed, and then they tried to lie about the embarrassment and say I hit somebody. She continued to say, did I hit somebody or get embarrassed? It would have been on video. They lying and ish. Don't got no police report, just clout chasing. I'm sorry, but who needs the clout chase off of Chrisean Rock? Can someone please tell me who? Okay, can someone please tell me who? Reggie says they burst into Tamar's dressing room uninvited and Tony had lupus, so Chrisean was the aggressor. Well, absolutely. They said previously that she was upset because she didn't get to perform. Okay? And we've all seen Chrisean fighting and being violent before. She has a history of it. So why some people were acting like she didn't put her hands on James, I don't know why they would act like that was so crazy for someone to say that. And for them to be saying that Tamar, of all people, was clout chasing off of her, why would Tamar need to clout chase off of Chrisean Rock? Okay, please make that make sense. Okay, this is all crazy. At the end of the day, King Legine says she's very dizzy. I agree, beloved. I absolutely agree. Okay, this is all nefarious at the end of the day. So, with that all being said, I want to thank you all for tuning in once again. Please like and share this video. Hold on, wait a second. Hold on. I almost forgot. Listen to this. Meek Mill addresses viral video of him doing bunny hops for Michael Rubin. This is a game I started from prison, he said. So you started a game where you do the bunny hop? Please make that make sense. Let me see if I can find an article on this. This is all crazy. Why would a grown man be bunny hopping and want to play a game doing such? Here it is right here. But please pay attention, you guys. This is also nefarious at the end of the day. James Allen said, I'm so done with Meek Mill. Yeah, I am too, beloved. I am done with him, okay? Y'all see that? Meek Mill claims Michael Rubin's awkward bunny hop video game from a prison game. The Philadelphia native reflected on his embarrassing viral video when it was brought up on X. Billionaire mogul Michael Rubin once, hold on, let me just stop the share real quick. Okay. Goes on to say that billionaire mogul Michael Rubin once made Meek Mill do bunny hops after winning against him in a tennis game. But in hindsight, the Philadelphia rapper doesn't see anything wrong with the 2021 viral video. After Meek controversially made an X post that read, "They paying ninjas to tear ninjas down." A user responded by seemingly calling the rapper a sellout. Saying, how much did they pay you to do this? This is what a person said, sharing the clip of him bunny hopping. But Meek made light of it, claiming that the bunny hops came from a game that he started in prison. I don't think I would tell anybody that, okay? If I was a grown man and I'm supposed to be so tough and all of that and from the streets, I don't think I'd be telling somebody that I made up a game from prison where you do bunny hops. See, because it seems to me like if you're in prison, you should be acting tough so you don't get taken advantage of. If you're in prison doing bunny hops, I have a whole lot of questions. Why would you be doing that, Meek Mill? What were you doing in prison that would warrant you making up a game of yourself bunny hopping or getting other men to bunny hop? I mean, did you drop the soap? I just have questions. Reggie says, yeah, they bunny hop you to the prison shower just before they bloop, blam, and annihilate your you know what. That's what it sounds like, okay? Ty Ingram says, Mika telling what games he played for his man friends. That's certainly what it sounds like, beloved. Please pay attention. This is all nefarious. Now, One Who Cares says, guys in jail doing the bunny hops? Sweet meal, what's really going on? Ty says he dropped the soap lots. I believe it. Reggie says, well, he's Meek Mill now, so he got to be tough guy now. Okay? Oh, he's Milk Mill. Says he's Milk Mill now, so he got to be tough guy now. This is all crazy. Okay? Y'all get those likes up, please. Thank you in advance. Bunnies are known for doing one thing. Exactly. Okay? What are bunnies known for? Thank you for pointing that out because I didn't even think of it. What are rabbits known for doing? Okay, y'all already know what they're known for doing. So if he's playing that game in prison, yeah, he just told us pretty much what he was up to. Okay, I'm sorry. Please make that make sense. Deronda says he should have had that soap on a rope on his wrist as to not drop it. Absolutely. Okay, this is all crazy. Andrea says, very good broadcast, Queen. Thank you, beloved. I appreciate you. Buckhorse DC says the bunny hopping crew. That's who they sound like. All right. Timber Dan says they're known for repopulated on steroids. This is all crazy. Okay, so anyway, let me continue. So goes on to say that we used to make killers do bunny hops when they lost because it was too hostile for money. He continued to say, also sharing the video to D-Thang and T-Dot's 2020 song, Bunny Hop. Really, Meek Mill? He said, this be us. I'm going to get Ruben to bunny hop for me. Okay? I'm LOL. I'm going to teach him D-Thang hop. That's what Meek added. This is all so crazy. All right. And so hold on. Hold on, beloveds. I'm going to show you all this. Okay, we're about to watch this again for those of you who didn't see him doing the bunny hop. Okay, James Allen said, who said soap on a rope? I tell you who didn't say it, Meek Mill. That too, beloved. Pay attention. Okay, and so here he is. Y'all remember I showed you all this before. He looks real crazy.
Why are you doing bunny hops, Meek? Because you got your ass beat in tennis. You got your ass beat. Keep going. Count out loud. Count out loud.
30.
Can't, huh?
4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 41, 42.
Keep going. Keep going.
7, 8, 9, 1, 2.
Keep going. Keep going. Don't cheat on your bunny hops. They suck. Your bunny hops suck. You got.
This is all so sad. This is all so sad. Meek Mill, you're going out bad, buddy. You're going out bad, okay? I want y'all to pay attention. Hold on. Let me go to these posts. Somebody says, my cousin did 25 years for murder and never bunny hopped. Other cousin did 10. Never bunny hopped. Hold on. Let me just show y'all this because people are going in on him. Okay. He sounds real crazy. Ty Ingram said now he has diabetes. You got diabetes from listening to me because he's so sweet. Yeah. Okay. Now look at this. It says, my cousin did 25 years for murder and never bunny hopped. Other cousin did 10, never bunny hopped. My stepdad did 15 years, never bunny hopped. Next. Okay, then someone else says, this a game I started from prison is all I have to hear. Okay? I mean, he's telling on himself. Someone else says, this how we all see it. Meek, this how we all see it, Meek, and you can't convince us otherwise. Okay, do y'all remember this? They're just going in on poor Meek. Pay attention. Y'all remember this? It's so sad. It is absolutely so sad, okay? I don't even know what to say at this point. But I digress. Let me continue. They're just going to play because they have music in them. But with that all being said, it goes on to say, but others weren't buying it, okay? Convinced that Meek was participating in what appeared to be a humiliation ritual. I want you all to think about that. I want you all to think about that because we absolutely have been told by people even in the industry and even entertainers who said that there are humiliation rituals. And some people think that's why he was made to do that. A ninja, they was treating you like Kim Kardashian in jail. Stop acting tough. Okay, that's what they say. They was treating you like Kim Kardashian in jail. Stop acting tough. Goes on to say, luckily the video isn't quite Meek's most embarrassing footage, as Jay-Z once called Meek while he posted a clip. Jay-Z once asked Meek why he posted a clip of him slipping and falling on the ice, which he recounted to Complex. Yeah, why did he post that? I thought that was hilarious. Okay, so anyway, Meek said you all can just rest assured it wasn't anything nefarious, that in fact, that bunny hop was a game that he made up himself. All right? DJ Perkadelic said Meek the new Mr. Cheeks. Are you talking about the stripper? Okay. And so one who cares says, my husband is a former correction officer. He says that's not true. Yeah, I absolutely believe it's not true. Okay. Timber Dan says, Alexa, play Jump on It. All right. It's all so crazy. I'm about to be out of here, you guys. I love you guys and thank you for tuning in. Monty Poole says, Meek, you know darn well by now, you can't fool everyone on social media, okay? This is all crazy at the end of the day. James Allen says, Jay-Z been silenced. His time's coming. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We haven't forgotten about Kathy White. Okay, Jay-Z? And at the end of the day, I do believe that he is next on the list to be exposed. I told you all that months ago. All right? So with that all being said, I want to thank you all for tuning in once again. Please make sure to like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay? I really appreciate you guys. And listen, for those of you, thank you, Reggie. And for those of you, thank you, Courtney. You know I love you right black, beloved. Okay? Felicia says the queen of all receipts. Thank you. So listen, for those of you who follow me on the spiritual channel, we'll be live on there tomorrow. And also, I'll be live on the backup channel. Okay, so I have my work cut out for me is all I'm saying. All right? So with that all being said, I love you all to life, and I will talk to you all again soon. Until then, each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
Aye, monster on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a freak throw, man down, call like Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro, nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and be mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walking down whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Pole on him, extort shit, bully the flow on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-downs. And party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baca got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles. Wop, 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 wop. That fuck him up. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch, ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor. They not like us. 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 You think the Bay gon' let you disrespect Pop, nigga? I think that Oakland show gon' be your last stop, nigga. They cold foul, I don't know why you still pretending. What is the owl? Bird niggas and bird bitches, go. The audience not dumb, shape the stories how you want. Hey Drake, they're not slow. Rabbit hole is still deep, I can go further, I promise. Ain't there some B-rest that's for bitching? You Malibu most wanted, ain't no love boy, you ball boy, fresh Gatorade or something. Since 2009, I had this bitch jumping. You niggas will get a wedgie, be flipped over your boxes, or over your foe. The other vaginal option, pussy, nigga better straighten they posture. Got favorites all up in contact, might write this with a doctor. Tell a pop star quit hiding, fuck a caption, won't action, no accident. I'm hands on, he fuck around, get polished. Fucked on Wayne Grow, he was in jail, that's conniving. Then get his face tatted like a bitch apologizing. I'm glad D-Rose came home, y'all didn't deserve him neither. From Alondra down to Central, nigga better not speak on Serena. And your homeboy needs subpoena, that predator moving flocks. That name gotta be registered and placed on neighborhood watch. I lean on you niggas like another line of walk. Yeah, it's all eyes on me and I'ma send it up the pot. Ay, put the roll label on me, I'ma get them dropped. Ay, sweet chin music and I won't pass the ox. Ay, how many stocks do I really have in stock? Ay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Ay, devil is a lie, here 69 God. Ay, freaky ass niggas need to stay their ass inside. Ay, roll their ass up like a fresh pack of Zod. Ay, city is back up, it's a must, we outside. Ay. They not like us. 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 Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Homie still double down, calling us some slaves. Atlanta was the mecca, building railroads and trains. Bear with me for a second, let me put y'all on game. The settlers was using town folk to make them richer. Fast forward 2024, you got the